Hey, everybody. Welcome back
Hi,
to
guys.
30 Flirty and Freaking Out. This is a bonus after hours, after dark, special mini
With
episode,
wine.
if you will.
Taylor
Yeah,
has wine.
I literally, I had a quarter cup of wine tonight, and it was amazing.
If I had any wine in the house, I
Yeah,
would be having some too. I'm there with you in spirit. What is that?
thank you. This is my normal after hours drink. It's electrolytes and a sparkling water.
It looks suspicious.
There is no vodka in it. I am in
No.
my sober, curious journey, if you will. But that's not what tonight's episode is about.
No.
Tonight's episode is because you guys wrote us some absolutely amazing messages about the holidays. And we thought it would behoove us to give these messages the light of day
Yeah.
because the info was just so good and thought provoking. So, first of all, thank you. Second of all, let's dive in. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we got an email from Anna who relocated here from out of the country, and she brought up some very good points in that in her home country, she said holidays were more about the getting together with the whole family and having a party, and that everyone is more cheerful and charitable and like who doesn't love getting gifts, but it was more like the spirit in what she wrote. Like you could just tell, like, I want to go to that party. It sounds amazing.
Sounds very special.
Like, the food was good. Yeah, right?
Yeah. Well, Anna's from Brazil, so she's Latin, and half of my family being Latin, I know how great the parties are. Like, the food is second to none.
Top notch.
Yeah. The ambiance, the music, there's usually dancing. It's a great time to be together with family.
Yeah.
So I love that about what she said about holidays and just, getting together with everyone.
Yeah. And then to contrast that, she married an American and moved here. And she said when they lived closer to their in-laws, they had a big family as well, but it was more about the gifts. And so like you
I
can
like-
see that like
that's
so,
fine.
I mean right, don't get me wrong. I do love presents. But you can see that subtle shift in focus, whereas before it was more about like the companionship and getting everyone together with gifts involved. But this one seemed more about the gifts and like, and family was there too, you know.
Right. And
Yeah.
I feel like I have the experience of having half an American family and half a Latin family. And the Latins just love harder. And no, that's no offense to you, Taya, or any of our white listeners.
No. As a
But
white person who has gotten a taste of
the Latin
other
culture.
communities, yeah.
Yeah.
No, y'all win.
Yeah. We love hard. We are very family oriented. Yeah, it's just different
Yeah,
to the American culture.
totally.
Yeah.
So now, as she is now away from her in-laws, they moved up here. She has a young son, and she's like, we're trying to recreate the spirit of Christmas and the magic of Christmas here. But one thing that stuck out to both of us was that she says, in my mid-30s, that's probably one of the biggest changes about holidays, is that instead of just showing up, she actually has to do the planning and the cooking. And like, how relatable is that, right?
Right. It's so nice to just show up and everything's done.
And what I just saw, like Jenna Kutcher, another big podcaster. No, she's a
An actual big podcaster.
yeah.
It's okay to dream.
But she just posted her Thanksgiving too, and she's like, somehow, somewhere between my mom's generation and our generation, we lost the art of entertaining. She's like, we had no gravy boat, we have no butter dish, we have no serving platters. Like everything was like in the dish it was cooked in, and you just got it from the stove top. You know,
Yeah.
like most of us don't entertain the way our parents entertained, or the
Yeah.
generation before us did. You know.
I can see that. That's what I'd like to hear from Anna as well, because she said that she did, or last year was her first year cooking a Thanksgiving meal. And being from Brazil, they don't have Thanksgiving. So I want to know, like, what did you make? Did you do turkey?
Yeah.
Do you like turkey? Like, did you do all the American things? The cranberries, the stuffing? Did you do all of that? I'm like, what goes
Green bean
into a Thanksgiving
casserole?
dinner? Yeah. Did you do
Yeah.
all those white things? And how did they come out? I'm sure she's a great cook, but
Yeah.
I'm interested to know what they ate. We'll have to ask her.
That's a valid question. Anna, give us a follow-up, please, on that one. This beautifully segues into Katie. And Katie
Okay, I
sent
have
us a
one more
great...
comment about Anna.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, Katie, hold on. We'll talk about
Hold
Anna
on,
again.
Katie.
Go ahead.
So one of the other funny things that Anna said is that she said she was listening to episode 1. She goes, "What do you mean Heather's never been to a birthday party? As a fellow Latina, I just can't imagine that." Yes, it is true. I've never been to a birthday party. I've been to lots of parties, I can assure you, and lots of Latin parties, and we had the food and the dancing and all the stuff. It just wasn't a birthday party. But yeah, we can definitely sit down and talk about that a little more. I'd love to hear all your birthday party celebrations and how they were in Brazil, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun party.
Yeah,
and
for
just
sure.
a side note on that, we will be doing a Q&A as our final episode of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you guys are listening and you have a question that you're like, wait, hold on, please send it to us and we'll address it in the Q&A.
Yeah, that would be
so,
great. We'd really appreciate
topics don't matter. It can be about
Mhm.
whatever. Just throw
Send
it at us.
Yeah.
Okay, now can we talk about Katie?
Let's talk about Katie.
Okay. She sent us this great text, but she has very valid points. She is part of the Navy community. And so some of her questions were so thought-provoking. She asked, what traditions could be incorporated for families that move a lot and who don't know what their holidays will look like, i.e., is one of them going to be deployed? Are there in-laws or grandparents involved? Are they at their home or someone else's home? And I thought, that's a really intriguing question because, A, that applies to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But what are some easy traditions that can, alter with you as your life changes?
Move with you, literally.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because some people are really elaborate in their Christmas, but if you just moved or you're not even in your home, what are things you can do with your kids or your family to kind of preserve the magic?
Right.
Even in
wherever you
unique
are.
circumstances. Yeah.
I feel like one thing that comes to mind, and again, I have not celebrated Christmas, but the Christmas pajamas, you could take pajamas anywhere you go. And
Sure.
So, waking up on Christmas and everyone being in matching pajamas, I feel like that's a tradition that I would like to have.
That's a cute one. Yeah.
Be incorporating. I have to get pajamas for my cats. I don't know, but
We're going to need photographic evidence of said pajamas.
yeah, I bet
For
they'd
sure.
be cute.
Yeah. And to end the thought of Katie's text,
sorry.
another question she asked is, how would you go about starting, or what traditions could you start, even if you didn't grow up with them? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or what traditions could you start, even if your traditions you had faded away from when you were a kid for whatever reason? And so it's okay, because some people are like, well, this is what I did as a kid, but it doesn't align with them anymore. And what are some new traditions that you could do? So again, if you have any thoughts on that, big, small, grand, not grand, whatever, drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear. And other people want to hear too.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know.
We actually want to know, not because, we're just curious, but we need to know. We don't know.
We're taking notes. We're taking notes.
Yeah. Christmas is only 2 weeks away.
This year, it's too fast. It's too fast.
It is too fast.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right.
But some other messages. This one, I'm having a hard time understanding. So maybe if I say it out loud, I'll understand. She says this is from Nicole. Mm-hmm. She says, my main tradition is after Thanksgiving, her family buys a fresh tree and they decorate it that evening. Then through Christmas, the end of the tree from the last holiday season is turned into a candle holder. 4 to 5 candles can fit total, one being burned for each week leading up to Christmas. So the bottom of the tree, is that the trunk of the tree that's in the holder? And they cut that off and put a candle in it? That's what's in my head. Is that, Nicole, please clarify.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
So they turn last year's Christmas tree into a candle, or into a few candles.
Candle holder.
Candle holder, right. Candle holder.
They put said candle in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Never heard of anything like that. But
I haven't either. I like the concept of this, the nostalgia involved. I'm interested in this. I just need more info. So Nicole, follow up with us, please.
Yes.
Okay. Megan talked about this is a take on the Elf on a Shelf. So if you have kids, Elf on a Shelf just took a vacation from their house, and parents come back and listen to this later. But what she says is it's like Elf on the Shelf, but anyone can move him, but you don't talk about who moved him. So she's like, I would put him on the bookshelf and Laura would walk by and turn him around. And then Dallas would walk by and relocate him. And then Henry would walk by and like move his legs or something. But no one talks about it. So it's like, it's kind of this fun game that they play for the month of December of where's the Nutcracker? Who, you know, like what position is he
What's
in?
he
Did
doing?
anyone
Yeah.
move him? Yeah. And
And
like,
it's
that's
surprising
so fun.
for everyone, including the parents.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just talking with our friend Courtney last night about her Elf on the Shelf escapades, and she goes all out. I would be so excited to live in her household. And she was just telling us how the kids like wake up and they're like, where is he? And the other day she put him in the car. He was hanging off of the rearview mirror and they were just floored. Like, how did he get in here? And I'm excited hearing about it. I'm like, where is he today?
You should text her. Be like, I need a daily
know.
update. What's the elf doing?
I should text her. I'm gonna need a picture
Yeah.
of what the elf is today. She does these amazing things where she TP'd her bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
and you know had the elf in the bathroom somewhere, and she's had him making a mess in the kitchen, like baking something weird. And
It was funny. We actually went over to dinner the night the elf was doing that or did that. And so, yeah, I'm like, I walk into the kitchen. I'm like, why is one corner of your counter like trashed? Like, wipe your counter, you know? And I went to grab the bowl and I was like, there's a doll in that bowl. Hold on here. What's happening with this?
Something's
And like
going
mentally, I'm like, I don't understand any of
Yeah.
this.
yeah,
But then she had to explain and I was like, oh, that's really cute.
it's really cute. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know what Elf on the Shelf was until probably this year. I think maybe I heard about it, but I didn't know what they did.
I'm curious, how long has this tradition been around? I feel like I've only heard about it in the last, I don't know, 5 to 7 years, if even that.
Oh, okay.
Like, is this a new like resurgence of Elf on the Shelf, or has he been around?
Yeah, good question.
Please answer this for us, listeners. Okay, so in the spirit of giving, Olivia said that they started a new tradition where they pick one kid from the Angel Tree program and they shop for that kid. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's really
Right.
cool. Volunteering
Yeah.
around Christmas time is
Yeah.
it's a nice thing to do. Think about others. Not everyone has the means to celebrate Christmas. I remember, so my husband Edwin grew up Catholic. He did celebrate Christmas, but they were so poor. He's like, I never got any presents. Like, so yeah, that just seems like such a nice thing to do for
Yeah.
those people that can't for whatever reason.
Yeah, and what a good example to set. Like Sonia said that her and her family are doing a similar thing where each kid gets one gift, but then each kid gets to pick one kid to shop for. And so it's like, yes, they get, but they also give. And so it's really teaching that kind of balance of like, it's not all about you and how much you get.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
there is joy in the giving and in the helping of other people. And so I think that's a really cool lesson to teach the kids and a cool way to go about the holiday.
I like that a lot. I'm gonna look into. I had never heard of the Angel Kid program.
Yeah, I know like Salvation Army does one, and I think at a couple banks that they have them. I'm sure you can find it, but yeah, we just did a community toy swap because we all have so many toys that our kids just get bored of, and so we're like, why don't we all just trade them?
Yeah.
But we did it at the community center in the library, and our like sub goal was that maybe we could help a family who wasn't able to provide the way they wanted to this year for their kids. And this mom came in, she said she'd been recently divorced, and she got a pile of toys. And she goes, this changed the Christmas for the kids. And like that was it. Like if no one else comes, if no one else takes anything, like you were the goal.
Yeah.
And it made me so happy. And I kept telling her, like, don't be shy, take more, don't be shy. Shower your kids if you can. Okay. Those were some comments that came through that we wanted to share because they deserved to be heard.
That's what I
And
like,
thank you to
yeah.
everyone who sent stuff in. And yeah, please keep the comments coming because we really do enjoy it. And it is fun to spark these conversations and to point out different things that we did not think of.
Yeah.
Okay, well, as always, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share, please.
Yep.
That goes a long way.
Yes.
It was just Small Business Saturday. And although we're not a business, we are small. So please help us if your heart desires to. And we will see you next Wednesday. Thanks for tuning into the After Hours bonus show.